Patch 10.4.5, it's on its way. Faction Wars, hard mode. What's a faction war? What is up, Raiders of Teleria? My name is Charlie. This is New Raiders Only, and one of the most common questions that I see is why are there so many champions in RaidShadowLegends? There's over 800, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. But does it really matter? And why does it matter? You know, why does it matter that you have Skinwalkers and Lizardmen? Like, they're very similar. What about Barbarians and Bannerlords? Or actually, Sacred Order and Bannerlords are a little bit closer. And, you know, and why do we need to have High Elves as well as the Dark Elves, right? And Knights Revenant versus the Undead Hordes. There's a lot of various factions in here. And we have an update coming around the corner, Faction Wars Hard Mode. It has everything to do with this tab right here. And yeah, I don't have access to that because I'm not level 20 on this account. It's brand new. I kind of restarted it for the new Green Warden Rourke defensive champion. Very happy with it. And by the way, if you're thinking about starting a new RaidShadowLegends game and maybe you want to hang out with me a little bit more, there is a link in the description box down below, as well as a QR code over in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. This is going to let you download a brand new version of RaidShadowLegends, start a brand new account. How you got to do it is you have to uninstall your existing account on your Mac or PC and then start this new account. You get 4 epic champions. Some of them are very, very strong that you get day 1. And then since it's not a promo code, you can use a promo code, a new player promo code, to get an amazing champion like Green Warden Rourke or Alice or maybe even Loki the Deceiver. A lot of great legendary champions on day 1. So we went ahead and grinded up to level 20. It wasn't that far off. It was a brand new account, like I said. Crypts led by demonic crypt keepers. Each faction's crypt has been taken over by factions from warring alliances, form teams of champions from each faction, and help liberate their crypt. Fun little PvE challenge, right? Reclaim powerful glyphs, magical items that can be used to upgrade artifacts found throughout Teleria. Artifacts. That's the equipment that you equip to your champions, the 6 pieces and then the extra stuff. Yeah. Beware the crypt keepers. Earn stars, and keep raiding. Okay, so this new Faction Wars hard mode is interesting because it's going to give you extra difficulty on top of just the baseline crypts. For the average player, for the free-to-play, for the budget player, you're going to struggle just to finish the regular crypts, just to finish a couple of the crypts, never mind all of the crypts. And this is really what it boils down to. So you can see Ogren Tribe, Undead Tribe, Skinwalker Tribe, Lizardman Crypt, Knight Revenant, all of the crypts, and they all have their own little schedule. And that's important because different crypts reward you with different things. And of course, clearing them all is the ultimate goal, or the penultimate goal, I suppose. So we have the Sacred Order Crypt active right now, the Dark Elf Crypt, and the Skinwalker Crypt. If you take a look at this one's available for, what did I say, 22 hours or so. You have these keys, 12 out of 12, and of course, you can get more if you need to. You can buy more if you need to. The stages reward you with glyphs and rare materials, right? Glyphs and rare materials. You use these to create artifacts. The higher stage you get to, and every now and then, stage 14 has got a nice little epic skill tome reward, and then finally a legendary skill tome. Here are all the glyph opportunities that you have access to: health, attack, defense, speed, and then of course the material drops. You have the bloodstones, the will stones, and the 3 different tiers. This is just this one, okay, the Skinwalker Crypt. If we take a look at the Dark Elf Crypt, we have similar drops, similar glyphs, and just a different variety. But you can't just attack the Dark Elf Crypt with your main team. You can only use Dark Elves, right? This is why, or one of the reasons why, or at least one of the things that Plarium RaidShadowLegends has done to force people to level up more champions. Because if you started the account with my promo URL, and then you got a free legendary on day 1, that team of 4 to 5 champions is going to be enough to do a lot of stuff, but it's not going to be enough to do everything. You can't do the highest of high-end PvP unless you have a ton of options, and of course you can't do all of the PvE stuff unless you have a lot of options. Now, the thing about the hardcore Faction Wars is you have to clear all of the tiers, all the way down to stage 21, and you have to do some of them with special restrictions in place. I don't really want to focus on that too much because that's not really going to come into play for players like us. We're just not there. And maybe in a while we'll be there, but right now we're just not there. We're just not there, right? It's kind of a bummer, but it just, it is what it is. The Forge comes into play at level 30. Okay, you can craft artifacts using materials that you collect from battles. Using materials in the Forge lets you create artifacts from sets of your choosing without having to raid the dungeons. You can get materials from many different in-game activities. So here is the incentive. This is the carrot, if you will. Let's say, for example, for hypothetical, you're trying to create a really nice speed artifact. I know that there are better artifacts than just the speed artifacts. There are artifacts that have a combination of pieces that increase speed and other things. But let's just say specifically that you're trying to create a speed artifact that's a really, really nice high-end artifact, or like a Savage, that's the ignored defense artifact, or any of the other S tier or S plus tier artifacts that you're able to craft in this game. But again, sticking with the example of the speed set, you can hope for drop fever, right? And we just had a drop fever in the dungeon, the Dragon's Lair, and we're going to have one again, right? You can hope for a drop fever that gets you triple the opportunity to get speed artifacts at the rank that you're at, 4 to 6, all the way down here to 5 to 6 if you keep on grinding all the way down. You can hope to do that. You can dump a bunch of energy into all of that. Or alternatively, what you could do is you can go into Faction Wars, right? With the team that you've got. And uniquely interesting is Ludex Artor is very good in Faction Wars. And the Sylvan Watchers, which is going to go live, here we go, in 6 days, right? The Green Warden Rourke, which you get for free with the new player promo code, is also a really, really strong faction champion to use. By the way, all of the champions that I've got, Uugo is a very strong Orgrin champion. Tagoar is a very strong Orc champion. I've already talked about Ludex. I've already talked about Sylvan Watchers. And, you could pick a starter champion. I picked Kale, who is a Dark Elf, but I could have gone with one of the other ones, one of the another Sacred Order champion, or, whatever. I could have taken one of those to stack it a little bit. There was an opportunity to stack the Orc tribe with Supreme Gallic last month or 2 months ago or something like that. But if you can do well in these faction crypts, not only are you going to get a ton of crafting materials once you hit level 30 to craft artifacts that you're seeking out, the S and the S plus tier artifacts, they're really good, really strong artifacts that, because they're not available in campaign missions, or maybe there's not a drop fever for it, so you can't grind for them directly, at least not consistently. But you can also get a bunch of the glyphs to enhance those artifacts, right? And, it's all a matter of having enough of these keys and just having a strong enough team to really get into it, all right? And, of course, the faction and the Unity stuff plays all into this. It's a nice little addition. The Faction Wars hard mode, or whatever it's called, it's really good for the high-end players. And, it's important for us new players, for us free-to-play and budget players to understand what Faction Wars is still. So let me know in the comment section down below if you have any questions about Faction Wars, if you have any questions about, different teams. There are a lot of recommended great teams for the Sacred, for the Orc, for the Ogren. There's a lot of really great opportunities. Really just level up the champions that you have. But the more you spend trying to be effective in Faction Wars, the less you're going to have to spend on your main team for pushing the campaign, for pushing dungeon bosses, for pushing PvP, stuff like that. So it's a trade-off. Just remember that. So I love you all. Good luck in Teleria.